Hi everyone, today we are making banana cake or banana bread. You can go either way. And we're making this from scratch today, which means we're not using a packet mix. So we're using fresh bananas, and you have to make sure that those bananas are ripe. We're using butter and sugar, eggs, fresh eggs, self-raising flour, plain flour, and some spices as well. So it's a pretty simple recipe, but there are a few ingredients that we need to remember to put in, because if we don't put in the sugar, it wouldn't be a very sweet cake. And if we didn't put in the bananas, it wouldn't be a banana cake. So we have to remember to put in all of the ingredients. So the first thing that we start with is turning the oven on. And I don't know if you can hear the oven sort of doing a fan in the background, and it's making that noise because it's heating up. And it's at about 160 to 170 degrees. It depends on your oven though. You might have to ask mum or dad, whoever uses the oven in your house, to let you know, because sometimes ovens can be really, really hot and sometimes ovens can be cooler. I think this is quite a powerful oven that I have here. And once we've heated up the oven, you can put your butter in the microwave. Just make sure you watch the butter to make sure it doesn't explode in the microwave, because that happened to me earlier today and I had to clean the whole microwave out. So you melt the butter, then you put the butter into a bowl, and that butter is about 75 to 100 grams. It just depends how buttery you want your cake to be. And you can meet in the middle, and then you add your sugar, and I added about 3/4 of a cup or 1 cup of brown sugar here, and I have just mixed it together, and it is sort of creamed together there. Then into there goes 2 eggs. So you crack the eggs in, and we do 1 egg and 2 eggs, and they go in, and then we stir those in. So I'm mixing all of those 2 eggs in. This is quite a fun experience. You can watch the egg yolk form there. And then once you have mixed all of that together, you need to mash your 3 bananas. So you've got 3 ripe bananas. You can have 2 if you want. You might just need to add some milk if you only have 2 bananas, but I'm doing 3 bananas to make it really, really moist today. And so on my board here, I have mashed some bananas. I have 1 more banana to mash. So you just use a fork, and this is a really fun thing to do. And squish, squish, squish those bananas down like that. Oh, keep going. Very good. And into the bowl, those slide. So don't forget the bananas, because this is a banana cake. All right, those are in. Then we're going to we might just mix those in. So I'll just give those a stir. And that is looking good. Then we can add some self-raising flour. This is in the red container. And measure it out. And we probably do about 1 and a bit cups of that. So that's there. I have a sieve. And oh my goodness, look, we're in a cloud of flour. Oh my. I'm probably going to sneeze now. There we go. Very dusty work it is here today. And then we have some plain flour, and we only use about half a cup of plain flour. We don't need too much plain flour. Put the plain flour in. Is there going to be another dust storm? The flour storm, I should say. And then we put our spices. I have some mixed spice here. Put a good sprinkle of that in. This is all pretty rough. I don't measure too carefully. And then we stir it all together. I'll show you the mix. Ooh, stirring on an angle is quite a skill, it seems. until it's all together. And you just have to see if there's enough liquid in there. And if you think it needs some liquid, it should be not too dry. It should be quite wet, because that's what makes it nice and spongy when it comes out of the oven. So I think that's pretty good. You can see that it's sort of stiff, but it's still quite moist. So that's good, and if you want to, if you have it at home, you can add some vanilla essence as well. Oops. So I have a tin here. This is a nice sort of shiny bronze tin, and I'm going to put some baking paper inside the tin. And you can measure this out if you want to, but it's just a fun experience to crush the baking paper all in there. There's some people riding their bike that I saw through the window. It's a nice day for a bike ride. And then I'm going to pour my mixture into the tin, and you have to scrape it all out. Scrape. Out it comes. Very good. The best part of this is, making the cake. But there's something at the end that I know a lot of you would be very interested in. And that is the bowl and the spoon. So you can ask whoever you're cooking with whether you can have some of that delicious mixture at the end that's left over, or you can try and get it all out of the bowl. See how you go. Now you can use lots of different tins if you want. This one I find is the easiest to get out at the end, and it cooks very evenly. I find this square tin cooks very, very evenly, and I often use this tin to make a really yummy fruit cake at Christmas time. Don't know where my scissors are. Oh, there they are. I'm going to use some scissors and ask someone to help me with that, to cut the edges off. So I'll just show you. Cut these bits off here so they don't burn in the oven. And our cake is in there now. Watch your toes. And I might even, that tastes delicious. I might even slice up some pieces of banana to put on top. And those will just cook into the cake. So if you have another spare banana, which I'm sure you do, because there were lots of bananas at the supermarket when I went to the supermarket the other day. Haven't been going too often, but bananas seem to be in season at the moment. There are lots and lots of them, and they're a great healthy snack to have at home. And I'll show you how I have spotted my cake. Looks a bit like a cheetah with bananas now on top. Can you see that? And so that goes into the oven, and we're going to leave it in the oven for about 40 minutes, I'd say. But keep checking on it, because as I said, every oven is different and you don't really know. So I have it on at about, I think it should be heated up by now, at about 160 to 180, just in that bracket there, because we don't want it to get too hot to dry it out. So I'm going to put it in the oven now. Push it right in. There we go. And I have one magic that I prepared earlier, and you peel off all of this baking paper, and you might put it on a nice board. Here. Now it's not too high, this cake, but you can see when I cut into it, make sure you get some help when you cut into it, that it's nice and moist. And we'll cut this piece out. Tricky doing it one-handed. I need a helper here with me, which you will have at home, so that's very good. You're very lucky. I might even put it on a little plate. Oh, this is a nice plate. This is actually a little plate that has a bird on it. Can you see that? And you can sit your little piece of cake on there. And you can actually see in this piece of cake that it's very, very moist and spongy. You can see how it sponges back there. And then if you want to, I'm going to go to the fridge. You can even put some yogurt with your cake. Open the yogurt and scoop a little bit out. Put a dollop of yogurt on there, and maybe even one last little slice banana on top. And there we have it. There's a little slice of banana cake ready for you to have for morning tea. Delicious. Enjoy!